What if Thomas Bruce is the bridge guy? And what if Thomas Bruce was also a Christian pastor, possessed? What if Thomas Bruce was also a serial killer, wanted for murder in differing states? Let's investigate. Evansdale murders, Iowa. The deaths of Elizabeth Collins, age 8, and Lyric Cook, age 10, who were abducted on that day and at a later time murdered. Lyric R. Cook, age 10, and her cousin Elizabeth Collins, age 8, were reported missing to the Evansdale Police Department in Evansdale, Iowa on Friday, July 13, 2012. The girls were last seen at about 12:23 p.m. July 13th on Brovan Boulevard in Evansdale, then spotted between 12:30 and 1 p.m. on Gilbert Drive not far from Myers Lake, a popular fishing and recreation area in the northeastern city of about 4,700 residents. Their bikes and Elizabeth's purse were later found on a trail in the southeast corner of Myers Lake about 4 p.m. the same day they went missing, but there were no clues as to their whereabouts. The girls' grandmother, Wilma Cook, told the press that she last saw the girls riding their bikes near downtown Evansdale about 12:15 p.m. on July 13th. On Wednesday, December 5th, 2012, hunters come across 2 deceased bodies in the Seven Bridges Wildlife Park area near Redland in Bremer County, Iowa, a wildlife area about 25 miles from where the girls were last seen. They contacted law enforcement officials at 12:45 p.m. that day. On Thursday, December 6, 2012, Chief Deputy Rick Abden with the Blackhawk County Sheriff's Office held a press conference to announce officials were confident the bodies found were those of Lyric and Elizabeth. Abden said there were no other missing persons reports and the remains found were of a smaller stature. The bodies were transported to the State Medical Examiner's Office in Ankeny for positive identification. On Monday afternoon, December 10, 2012, the Iowa State Medical Examiner's Office confirmed that the bodies found on Wednesday were those of Lyric Cook and Elizabeth Collins. 3 different witnesses who told police they witnessed a white, full-size, older model SUV, similar to a Chevy Suburban or a Ford Bronco, parked on Arbutus Avenue on July 13th, the day the girls vanished. Arbutus Avenue meets the bike trail where the girls' bicycles were located. The vehicle was described as large and clunky white SUV, an older style boxy Suburban. The date of the Iowa murders was July 13th, 2012. If you reverse that date, you'll find that it's February 13th, 2017, the actual date of our next crime. The Delphi murders. Monday, February 13th, 2017. At 1:45 p.m. on February 13th, 2017, 2 friends, 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German, were dropped off by a family member at an abandoned railway bridge where they planned to go hiking. The girls were reported missing at 5:30 p.m. after they did not arrive to be picked up from the bridge. Authorities initially did not suspect foul play was involved in the disappearance until the bodies of the girls were found the following day. The bodies were discovered around 12:15 p.m. on February 14, 2017, about 50 feet from the north shore of Deer Creek. Police have not publicly stated how the girls were murdered. Liberty German put her cell phone on video record and captured video and audio of the suspect. Now named Bridge Guy, his identification is still unknown almost 2 years later. The Jamie Claus abduction. Monday, October 15th, 2018. 13-year-old Jamie Claus, who hasn't been seen since her parents were found shot to death on the night of October 15th inside their rural home in Barron, a town of about 3,300 people. Jamie Claus has been missing since early on October 15th when sheriff deputies, responding to a call from Denise Claus's cell phone, arrived at about 1 a.m. They found the door to the family's home near Barron kicked in and her parents, James and Denise Claus, shot dead inside. Investigators believe Jamie was abducted and ruled her out as a suspect in her parents' killings. Jamie Claus, age 13, abducted. Catholic supply store homicide, Baldwin, Missouri, Monday, November 19th, 2018. A man had entered the Catholic supply store posing as a customer, but then went to his vehicle to get a credit card. He returned with a handgun and ordered the cashier and 2 women customers into a back room at gunpoint and then ordered them to disrobe. He then ordered them to perform oral sex upon him. 53-year-old Jamie Schmidt refused, and he shot her in the head, killing her, and then had sodomy with the remaining 2 women. Wednesday, November 21st, 2018. Thomas Bruce of Imperial, Missouri was arrested for the Catholic supply store homicide. He had 17 charges filed against him in that case. Charges include sodomy, kidnapping, burglary, and first-degree murder. He was dressed like the Delphi suspect and looks like the Delphi composite sketch in his face. Thomas Bruce is also a pastor, well-liked and regarded as a kind man. So what kind of demons is Thomas Bruce hiding? He was an insurance agent, allowing time off when he chose it. He owns handguns. He was a pastor charged with demonistic crimes. He had never broken the law before.
What's up with the investigation? I mean, like, how's come nothing's came forward? It seems like a lot of
it's just one of those situations where we got a case that this person's never apparently committed a crime before. We have,
You would feel that he had never committed a crime. He has no DNA in the database.
Well, I can't comment on that, but I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I mean, there's a possibility he's done something, but we can't find no traces of it.
That was my first thought. I thought anybody at that age that would commit a crime like that would have priors.
Yeah, you never know. You got to start somewhere.
He is a person of interest in the Delphi murders, making him a possible person of interest in the Iowa murders, placing Thomas Bruce within the suspicions of the Jamie Claus abduction as well. The person I am seeking for these crimes has daytime hours to stalk victims, seeks 13-year-old girls, travels on Mondays and/or Fridays. The 13th of the month appears optimal for some reason.
That's one. And the other thing is, I still can't get away from the date. I mean, to me, like, if this is somebody who is trying to, send a message of evil, the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, that's very targeted.
Possible occult mentality. Has never broken the law before, had reason to travel at differing times, and own handguns. Thomas Bruce may be this man.